Hey there, welcome to 2012, brand new year. Hope you had some downtime and were able to recharge your batteries over the holidays. And you know, if the Mayans were right, or people's theories about the Mayans were right, then the world ends on December, 21st, which means we better get busy. I want to ask you a question. Have you ever heard this phrase? It's nothing personal, it's just business. Have you ever heard that phrase? Have you ever used that phrase? Maybe you had a boss use that phrase with you, or perhaps a colleague, or even a client. Say, hey, it's nothing personal, it's just business. Now, let me ask you another question. Have you ever heard this phrase? Bullshit. See, I happen to think those two phrases are interchangeable. You know, we sit down with clients constantly who talk about, what's up with the way people do business today? It's certainly not the way I was used to growing up. Certainly wasn't what I anticipated when I got into my line of business. What's going on? Why are people so detached? My feeling is because they don't make it personal. They just allow themselves to use the excuse that it's just business and it really doesn't matter. I mean, look at the social media aspect of it. How many times have you heard about somebody posting a picture on Facebook, or maybe they're posting a comment on Twitter that causes an uproar within their business, or maybe they get fired because of it? That certainly is a case where personal and business come together, and not in a favorable way. But if you're still not convinced that you need to be more personal in the way you do business, let me ask you this. What if your boss calls you into your office tomorrow morning and he says, I need to talk to you for a second, closes the door and says, we need you to take a 20% pay cut because we don't think this year is going to be as good as last year? Now, are you going to be upset by that, or are you going to be indifferent? If you're upset by it, it's probably personal. If you're indifferent, it's just business. How about if you're working on a project, or you're trying to close a brand new client? You've been working really hard answering the client's objectives and dealing with the issues of working out the fine print. And then you finally achieve that goal. Are you excited, or are you indifferent? Do you celebrate, or do you go back to your desk and say, what's next? Because if you celebrate, it's personal. And if you don't celebrate and you just think, whatever, it's just business. My hope for you is that 2012 brings you an opportunity to demonstrate how you can become more personally involved with your business, for the benefit of your coworkers, for the benefit of your business, for the benefit of your clients. When I was a kid, my parents told me that if I find a job that I absolutely love to do, I'll never work a day in my life. Maybe your parents told you the same thing. Maybe you had a boss or some mentor along the way who also offered the same wisdom. Think about that for 2012. If you hate your job, figure out a way to go do something that you love so you don't hate every day of your life. Because if you just make it business and nothing personal, you're making us deal with bullshit.